It's easy to treat motivation without a pay rise as a consolation prize, something to offer when the real answer isn't available, but that assumption may be costing you more than the pay rise would have in the first place. So here's a direct answer. Pay works more like a threshold than a continuous motivator. Once your people feel their salary is broadly fair, more money has diminishing returns on their day-to-day engagement. That doesn't mean pay is irrelevant. If someone genuinely can't meet their financial needs, no amount of recognition fixes that. But for many employees, once payday clears the fairness bar, the real drivers of engagement sit somewhere else. Which raises a question: where exactly? 3 non-monetary levers have the strongest directional support, and none of them need budget approval. First, recognition tied to values. Not generic praise, but specific acknowledgement of the behavior you want repeated. Instead of, "Hey John, great job this week," try, "The way you handled that client escalation on Tuesday is exactly how we want to work here." That specificity reinforces the behavior and tells the person what good looks like in your team's terms. Second, genuine autonomy. Not just flexibility in where someone works, but real ownership of how they approach their work. A developer who chooses their own approach to a problem, or a project manager who designs their own process, tends to be more invested in the outcome. The key word is genuine. Autonomy that's withdrawn the moment something goes wrong isn't autonomy, it's just theatre. And third, visible growth. People disengage when they can't see where they're going. A monthly one-to-one that's genuinely focused on their development, a stretch assignment that builds a skill they have wanted for a while, or a clear articulation of what a next step in their career looks like. These cost time, not money, and they signal that you're invested in their future. And all 3 of these work, but they work unevenly, and that's the part most managers miss. The honest constraint here is that these tactics don't work equally for every employee. Individual variability is real. Some employees have genuine pay concerns that recognition and autonomy simply won't resolve. Applying a universal playbook without checking is where managers go wrong. So the fix is kind of straightforward. Just ask. Ask each person what matters most to them right now. Don't assume the answer. You'll get better information from one conversation than from running 3 initiatives that nobody wants. So here's the rule of thumb. Don't try all 3 levers at once. Pick 1 or 2 that fit your team's current context and apply them consistently. Breadth without depth achieves nothing. If your team feels unseen, start with recognition. If they're feeling micromanaged, practice more autonomy. But if they feel stuck, start with growth. Ask and listen and then act on what you hear. If that was of value, subscribe to the channel for one real business question answered every video. For the same clarity in writing, the website and newsletter is 5minutebusiness.com.